Bonjour à tous, bienvenue et re-bienvenue sur ma chaîne YouTube. Ça fait super plaisir de vous voir à nouveau pour la vidéo de la semaine. J'espère que vous et votre famille vous allez bien et que vous êtes prêts pour le fin du confinement qui commencera dès demain. Alors pour l'occasion, nous n'aurons plus besoin de cette feuille-là, celle-là. Du coup, on pourra lui dire ciao, bisous, bye bye. Non. Personnellement, moi, je suis pas prêt à lâcher la feuille. Je vais quand même la conserver soigneusement dans mon sac dès que j'aurai fini la vidéo. Alors, pour cette semaine, ce que j'ai de prévu pour vous, c'est de parler de ce que c'est d'être parent. Bien évidemment, j'ai pas d'enfant, mais mine de rien, je peux quand même vous apporter quelques petites indications et conseils d'un point de vue d'extérieur, bien sûr. Alors, pour ne pas trop tarder sur le sujet, on commence par l'introduction et je vous dis à tout de suite. Welcome back! Yeah, I know I'm speaking in English and I'm not continuing in French as in my introduction. Because what I'm trying to do is basically speak a different language every other video. So probably not next week's video, but another week, I'll be speaking either in Spanish, Italian, or Hindi. So if you have a language that you'd like me to speak, please comment down below in the comment section and I'll try my best to honor your language. So as I mentioned in the introduction, this week we'll be talking about parenting, what it's like to be a parent, which is no easy task, but unlike the past, we have all the necessary tools to help us to become a good parent. So for those who like reading, you have books. For those who are more visual, then you have the internet with videos and stuff like that. And you also have group sessions, with that are put in place by societies and communities to help one another as parents, giving advice about, certain topics. We have all the necessary tools to become good parents. So let's start using them and putting them into practice. So many people have kids for different reasons. You have those that have been married for many years or just in a long-term relationship for many years and that they decide to create something out of that love. Then you have other people that decide to have a child to either keep a significant other in their life. Others have kids to fill the void in their life, so the missing puzzle that they are lacking, that they find that a child would fill that up. Then you have other people that also decide to have kids for social aid, either to get papers or to get money from the government. You also have different type of parents. So you have the traditional mom and dad, but let's just update that a little bit more. We're not living in the past, so you have to be open-minded and the fact that a parent can also be two dads and two moms. So it's not your sexual orientation that's going to define you as a parent. It's more the role that you play into someone else's life, a younger person's life, that will define you as a parent. So you also have single parents, so either a single mom or single dad based on X, Y, and Z, meaning that you either have one of the parties that decide that they're not fit to be a parent and they decide to leave that responsibility onto someone else. You also have that, the other person in their life is no longer here and they're passed on to another place. So that role leads to one person. And you also have the co-parent. So that's two individuals that realize that they do not have the same objectives in life or that they just can't stand one another, that they go their separate ways. But for the child well-being, they've put aside whatever differences they have to provide for the child still. So, either, well, 1 week is me, 1 week is you, I have them in the week, you have them in the weekend, or something like that. So that's co-parenting. I remember when I was younger, not that I'm old, but I remember hearing the old people saying that, it takes a whole community to raise a child. So not just your own parents or your parent, but you have a neighbor, your cousin, your aunt or great aunt. That also contributes in your education and growth. So anyone basically at that time could have disciplined your child and then later on tell you what your child did, and of course you'll get disciplined by your parent. So what's being a parent? So most people would say being a parent is to provide a roof over your child's head, provide food on the table, clothes on their back, and books in their bags. But is that only the things a parent have to do? Is that what it's called being a parent? Because if it's only that, then anyone can become a parent basically. Well, at least those who have a job and could actually have all these things at hand. But that's not the only thing of being a parent. What you need to realize is that the day you decide that you want to take care of someone other than yourself, you have a lot of responsibilities. You have to be well informed on the challenges that you're going to face when welcoming another person into the world or adopting another person. You have to be prepared mentally and physically for that task. So you have to teach that person all the basics in life, meaning how to crawl, walk, run, talk, and how to do many other tasks. As they grow, things will change. But what you need to realize as a parent, that you will have to evolve yourself as the years goes by, because things that used to exist back then doesn't exist now. So you need to work along with your child. So as your child is growing, you grow with your child because things are changing and you will have to embrace that change as well. As a parent, you need to educate your child how to be kind, how to be compassionate, and have empathy for people. But you also have to be their cheerleaders, meaning you have to be the one to motivate them when they feel down. Be their therapist, that when something goes wrong, they can come to you to have advice or just to have someone to talk to relieve themselves from whatever stress they have. Because even though they are young, they still deal with difficulties in life and they have problems dealing with that. And you'll hear parents say, oh, but you don't have any bills to pay, you don't have to go to work. That is your problem in your adulthood. In their childhood, they have their own issues to deal with. And you as a parent, you need to recognize that your child is facing something. This is something new for them. It's challenging for them. And you need to listen to them and help them overcome that. Because at the end, what you're facing now, your parents faced it, and you go to your parents for advice for your adulthood and they help you. So it's the same thing for your child. You need to help them with their childhood to reassure them that things are going to be okay. Oftentimes as well, when a kid tries to voice their opinion, they will get shut down from their parents and say, oh, you're just a child, what you know. And no, even though you know that what they're saying doesn't make sense or may make sense or something, but take the time to listen to what they have to say. Because if they're unable to voice their opinion at home, they'll have difficulties to voice their opinion outside in school or even into society when they're working and stuff like that. So give them the opportunity to talk. Give them the opportunity to voice their opinions, even though it doesn't make sense. Some people are so scared to speak to their child and tell them the truth because fear of what they may think of them or because it doesn't concern them and stuff like that. But if you raise your child in a proper care and a proper state of mind, then there's no need to be afraid, because your child will only understand you and understand the struggle you've been through and why you made such decision in the past. They won't judge you for it, but do not be scared. As communication is the key to everything. More you try to explain your child things in a calm manner, more they'll be able to understand things and comprehend it in a different way. If you're amongst your friends or other adults and you don't want your child to be next to you, instead of shushing them away and say, yeah, this is only adult stuff, no. Tell them in a calm manner, sweetie, mommy is busy right now. What we're discussing is not for a child to understand. When you reach that age, probably will be able to have this type of discussion. But right now, I would like you to go to your room or, go play with your friends. Also, whenever you tell your child not to do something, please let them know why. Because if you don't tell them the reason why you don't want them to do it, then you have their curiosity awakened and they'll want to try it for themselves. And then when they do, you'll get upset for it. But if you let them know, then they'll know why not to do it. But if they do decide to do it anyhow, don't scold them. Just tell them, okay, so what did you learn from it? You know, what did it teach you? What did you get from that? And then they'll tell you, and you know, by doing that, they'll have this thing saying, oh well, you know what, I can go to my mom and my dad about anything. They won't really scream at me. They'll get upset, yes, but they won't scream at me. And this will create a certain level of comfort and reassurance that they can always turn to you in case of any event in their lives. And speaking about discipline, you know, if you're gonna put your child on timeout or beat them with a belt, tell them the reason why. You know, just don't do it and then let them clueless about the situation. If you explain them the reason why they're on timeout or the reason why they got hit for whatever nonsense they did, then they will probably not repeat the same error twice. If they do, then just bear with them and be patient, because being a parent is also having the ability to be patient with their child, because you're gonna repeat 10,000 times the same thing until you find the right way to express yourself to your child. Also, since you know, being a parent, you don't have all the necessary guidelines on how to be one, you just kind of wing it. If someone from the exterior comes to you, comes to your house and see how you handle certain situation about your child, if they can provide you with a different information on how to raise a child, do not judge or quick to answer that, yeah, you don't understand my situation or you don't have a child. No, listen to what they have to say, because sometimes it makes sense, and what they have to tell you can actually help you in raising your child. So they have in fact the ability to see the way how you handle the situation and how, you know, it's stressful for you to raise your child, and they can speak to your child and tell your child, well, listen, you shouldn't do this and that because, you know, your mom or dad is no, and vice versa. They also can tell you things that your child is unable to tell you, and they speak for your child, so they can be, you know, like a balance between the two of you. Okay, so just don't quick to rush and tell someone, yeah, it doesn't concern you, stuff like that. Listen to what the person have to say. At the end of the day, you can choose to take that person's advice or just continue doing what you're doing. But whatever you're doing, if it's not working well, then take in consideration the advice that has been provided to you. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about being a parent. You know, it's really challenging. We don't have all the information. Most of it we go it by feelings, what we think and judge is good, and hope that we made the right decision for our child, and hope that our child and becomes a better person. But I'll also let you know that whatever you do, your child will do. So if you, for example, don't want your child to curse or say any bad words, you shouldn't say it too, because your child is gonna take you as an example. So what you want your child to do in life, you need to do it for yourself. And what you are unable to do for yourself, teach your child to do it. For example, if you stop a certain area in school but you want your child to go forward, then push your child forward, but don't push them too hard. If you see they're not able to do it, then just show your support and show them a different way that they can get through in life, even though they didn't go that far in school. So yeah, so that's basically what I have, you know, as an opinion about being a parent. I know it's still a challenge for many, but I'm sure with the proper support and help, you guys can make it through. And just don't give up, but be the best version that you can, and show your child that even you can accept changes and that you can be a good person so that they can be a good person as well. Alright, so as I usually would say, be safe, be blessed. Until the next time, much love to you guys.